The sound of the door slamming behind me still echoes in my ears. A dry, definitive sound, like the period at the end of a sentence you never wanted to read. I'm standing on my parents' porch, holding a casserole dish of scalloped potatoes still warm, the only thing I managed to save before being escorted out. The December wind cuts across my face like ice blades. I can smell the pine from the wreaths hanging on the door, mixed with the aroma of roasting turkey leaking through the illuminated windows. Inside the house, I hear laughter. My mother's high-pitched voice. My father's confident baritone. The sound of glasses clinking in a toast that doesn't include me. My name is Maya Chen. I'm 34 years old. I'm a senior software architect. I make $340,000 a year. I have a waterfront apartment in Seattle, and at this exact moment, I've just been kicked out of my own family's Christmas dinner. Not for fighting. Not for drinking too much. Not for making a scene. For saying no. One word. 2 letters. 1 boundary. It all started 40 minutes ago, when I arrived carrying hand-wrapped gifts. Artisanal craft paper, dark green satin ribbons, each one chosen with that obsessive care that only people who need to prove their worth can understand. My mother opened the door with that smile I recognize immediately, forced surprise, as if my presence were an inconvenient accident. "Oh, Maya, you came." We were all seated at the mahogany table when my father cleared his throat. "Maya, since you're here, we need to discuss something. Dylan is launching a new company. He needs seed capital. 50,000. I looked at each of them and said the word that changed everything. No. Dylan stood up, his face red. You know what your problem is, Maya? You're bitter. You're jealous that I have vision and you're just a code monkey pushing buttons. I'm a senior architect making $340,000 a year, Dylan. I'm not jealous. I'm just done. My mother's voice was ice. If you're not going to help your brother, then I don't know what you're doing here. My father added, if you walk out that door, don't expect to be invited back. I put my hand on the doorknob. Promise. And I left. Now I'm here in the cold, holding scalloped potatoes, and something strange is happening. I'm smiling. A small, sharp, dangerous smile. I get in my car, drive away, and I know one thing. When I'm done, they're going to regret slamming that door. The apartment is empty when I arrive. I sit on the couch with a bottle of wine and the memories begin, not the ones I choose to remember, but the ones that haunt me. Christmas 2015. I was 23, bought expensive gifts for everyone. They opened them without me. My presents, gift cards and clearance section books. Christmas 2017. Dylan needed $10,000 for his organic dog food startup. I gave it. The startup failed in 2 months. He never paid me back. I didn't go to Iceland like I'd planned. Christmas 2019. Vanessa needed $5,000 for her life coaching business that never happened. My mother said I was lucky to be able to help. As if luck built my career. Christmas 2021. My father had a health scare. I drove 6 hours in a snowstorm. When I arrived, my mother was laughing. You didn't need to come. It was just a little thing. I missed a crucial work meeting. Almost lost my job. I realized at some point in therapy that I wasn't part of the family. I was the family's emergency service, the emergency bank account, the emergency emotional support, but never the priority. I grab my laptop and type in the search bar, how to buy a ski resort. I press enter. And smile. December 25th morning. I wake with mild hangover and heavy determination. My phone. 47 missed notifications. Messages from my mother about how rude I was. Dylan asking about money. Vanessa posted an Instagram story with the family. I was cropped out of the photo. I block them all. And open my banking app. Checking account. $847,000. Investments, $1.2 million. Total liquid, approximately $2 million. Numbers I built code by code, overtime by overtime. Numbers my family thinks appeared through luck. I start searching. Search criteria: Pacific Northwest, max 4 hours from Seattle. Commercial property, ski resort or lodge. Price, $1 to $3 million. Available immediately. I find it. Silver Ridge Resort, Cascade Mountains, Washington, 47 acres, 12 cabins, main lodge, chairlift, $2.3 million. I call the agent. My name is Maya Chen. I'm calling about the Silver Ridge Resort listing. I can be there in 3 hours. If it's what it looks like, I'm prepared to make a cash offer. Ms. Chen, may I ask what you do professionally? I'm a software architect. I earn well. I save better. And I just got kicked out of my family's Christmas, so I have free time. She laughs. I like your energy. I'll meet you there at noon. I drive 3 hours into the mountains. The road winds through pine forests and snow-covered peaks. When I arrive, the lodge is even more beautiful in person. Timber and stone. Huge windows. 12 perfect cabins. A vintage chairlift. The agent, Jenna, shows me everything. At the summit of the chairlift, looking at endless mountains, I say, I'll give you $2.2 million. Cash. Close in 30 days. As is. You haven't even seen all the cabins. I don't need to. I've never been more sure of anything in my life. We draft the offer. The Kowalskis accept within 20 minutes. They're so happy it's going to a woman who will love it. When can I take possession? Closing is in 30 days. But if you want to come up and start planning, they're fine with it. I look at the calendar. Today is December 25th. Closing is January 24th. If I wanted to host Christmas here before closing, would that be crazy? You want to host Christmas here? This year. That's 7 days away. I know. But I've built impossible systems. I can throw an impossible party. She laughs. I believe you. Let's go get you those keys. I don't drive back to Seattle. I check into Pine Creek Inn, run by a woman named Sarah who immediately hugs me when I tell her I bought Silver Ridge. The whole town's been wondering who'd take over for the Kowalskis. I tell her my plan: host a full Christmas celebration in 7 days. You're either crazy or brilliant. Maybe both. She pulls out a notebook. You're going to need help. Let me make some calls. By 10 p.m., I have a team: a chef, Marcus DeLuca, retired resort chef, the Rodriguez sisters, cleaning service, Tommy Chen, local handyman, Azara Mitchell, Sarah's granddaughter, event planner. Welcome to Pine Creek, Maya, Sarah says. We don't abandon our own. That night, I create my master plan. Budget, $50,000. Date, December 31st. Guests, 50 to 75 people. I break it down into phases: infrastructure, staffing, food and beverage, decorations, activities, guest experience. Then the hardest part, the guest list. I add everyone who's shown me real kindness: a Kenji, best friend; a Dr. Priya, former therapist; a James and Robert, couple I met volunteering; a Lin Zhou, junior developer I mentored; Sarah Mitchell, and more. 47 people who've shown me more love in small moments than my blood family did in decades. I draft the invitation, where the family you choose gathers, then I do something petty and perfect. I send one more invitation, to my parents, with a note: I thought I'd return the courtesy and invite you to mine. I press send. Then block their email addresses. Tomorrow I start building the best Christmas anyone has ever seen. December 26th, 6 a.m. Zara calls. Maya, get to Silver Ridge. Now. I drive there, heart hammering. When I arrive, there are 6 trucks. People everywhere. Pine Creek heard about your plan, Zara explains. These are volunteers. The lodge is transforming. Windows being washed. Floors polished. Kitchen scrubbed. An older man walks up. Maya. I'm Frank Kowalski. We flew back from Arizona. When Jenna said you were going to host Christmas here, we had to help. His wife Dorothy appears. I've been baking at this lodge since 1982. I'm not missing this. By noon, the transformation is stunning. Every surface clean. Every system tested. Every cabin ready. We cut down a 20-foot Christmas tree from the forest. Volunteers work until sunset. Then Tommy says, "Flip the switch." The entire resort lights up. Every tree glowing. The lodge outlined in warm gold. The chairlift strung with lights. It's perfect, Dorothy whispers. It is. It's absolutely perfect. Over the next days, magic happens. December 27th, Decorations Day. Zara arrives with a U-Haul full of elegant decorations. We're going for mountain luxury. Warm. Welcoming. We spend hours stringing white lights on the 20-foot tree, hanging glass ornaments, placing candles everywhere. Outside, Tommy wraps every tree in lights. When we flip the switch at sunset, the resort looks like a fairy tale. December 28th, food prep chef Marcus takes over the kitchen. He pulls out his old Silver Ridge Christmas menu from 15 years ago. We're making this, all of it, for 75 people. The menu is restaurant level. Bacon-wrapped dates, herb-roasted turkey, honey-glazed ham, fresh-baked rolls, 3 kinds of pie. We work for 12 hours straight. Why are you doing this? I ask Marcus. My family disowned me when I came out. Dorothy and Frank gave me this job. Gave me a home. This kitchen was where I learned that family isn't DNA. December 29th, confirmations roll in. RSVPs flood in. 52 confirmed. Then 58. Then 63. People are thanking me. Crying. Saying this is the first Christmas they've felt wanted. Then Vanessa calls. My sister. The one who never defended me. Maya, I'm sorry. For everything. Could I come? Every instinct screams no. But she's apologizing. She's asking. If you come as a guest. Not as family. Not with expectations. Can you do that? Yes. I promise. I give her the details and wonder if I just made a huge mistake. December 30th, final preparations. Cabins stocked with welcome baskets. Ski equipment delivered. Final walkthrough. Maya, I think we actually pulled this off, Zara says. We haven't even started yet. That night, alone in the lodge, I think about my family. Wonder if they got my email. Wonder if they care. Then I decide, I don't care if they care. I built this for me. December 31st, 5 a.m. I can't sleep. Running through everything that could go wrong. What if no one comes? What if this is pathetic? I get up, walk to the lodge, sit by the Christmas tree, and I think about every Christmas I spent trying to earn love from people who were never going to give it. This isn't pathetic. This is revolutionary. Zara arrives at 6 a.m. Couldn't sleep either. Terrified. She tells me about her first big event. Being brave feels like terror. Right up until it feels like triumph. 1:47 p.m. First guest arrives. Kenji and Chris pull up. Holy shit, Maya. You actually did it. She hugs me so hard I can't breathe. I'm so proud of you. 2 p.m. The parking area fills. Dr. Priya arrives. James and Robert with 5 teenagers. Lin Zhou. Sarah Mitchell with her family. By 2:30, 68 people have arrived. 68 people who said yes. 3 p.m. Welcome speech. Everyone gathers for hot chocolate. I clear my throat. Most of you know why we're here. 6 days ago, I got kicked out of my family's Christmas dinner for setting a boundary. I could have been bitter. Instead, I bought this resort and invited all of you, people who've shown me what real family looks like. My voice cracks. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for mattering. Welcome to our Christmas. The room erupts in applause. 4 p.m. Vanessa arrives. She's in the doorway, looking small and uncertain. No designer labels. Hair in a ponytail. I walk over. You came. You invited me. I show her to her cabin. She looks around, turning slowly. You did all this in 6 days? I had help. From people who cared. She flinches. Gets the message. Maya, Mom and Dad got your email. Dad laughed. Said you were having a breakdown. I said he was wrong. I said you were the sanest person in our family. And then I packed a bag and left. You left. I'm staying with a friend. I can't do it anymore. I can't watch them dismiss you. I study her face, looking for lies. But I only see someone lost and desperate to find a new way. Okay, you can stay. But Vanessa, this is your one chance. Understood. Thank you. 5 p.m. Cocktail hour. The lodge fills with laughter. Chef Marcus's appetizers are perfection. People cluster in groups. Stories are shared. Connections made. This is what family should feel like. 6:30 p.m. Sunset on the deck. 70 people watch the sky turn pink and gold and purple. No one speaks. We just watch. In that moment, the weight of everything I've carried lifts. I don't need my parents' approval. I'm enough. 7 p.m. Dinner. We gather around the table. Dorothy somehow made it work for 70 people. Before we eat, I want everyone to share one thing they're grateful for. Kenji, friends who are braver than I could ever be. One of the teenagers, someone who proved family isn't just biology. Vanessa, shaking, a sister who's teaching me what strength really looks like. When it's my turn, I'm grateful that I finally understand what family means. And that I got to build mine. We eat. And oh, we eat. The food is transcendent. Conversations overlap. Wine flows. This is what dinner should be. 9 p.m. Stories by the fire. We share stories about times we chose ourselves over obligation. James talks about coming out and being disowned. Best thing that ever happened. I found my real family. Maria Rodriguez talks about leaving her abusive marriage. I was terrified, but more terrified of my daughters thinking that was love. The stories pile up. All of us choosing ourselves. All of us building new families. 11 p.m. Countdown. We count down together. 10, 9, 8. I look around the room at faces I didn't know a week ago. 1. Happy New Year. Fireworks light up the valley. Everyone cheers. We did it. January 1st, 9 a.m. Zara bursts into my cabin. Maya, you're viral. She shows me Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Photos of Silver Ridge everywhere. Videos of the party. Hashtags. Hashtag chosen family. Hashtag Silver Ridge Resort. Comments pouring in. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. How do I get invited next year? Maya, Zara says. You just created something bigger than you realized. By noon, my email is flooded with booking inquiries. You need to hire staff, Zara says. You can't run this alone. January 2nd, the team meeting. Zara calls a meeting. Frank, Dorothy, Marcus, Tommy, the Rodriguez sisters, and me. Silver Ridge needs a real team, she announces. She pulls out an actual business proposal. Here's what I'm proposing. Silver Ridge becomes a year-round destination for people who need space from toxic families. We host events, retreats, workshops on boundaries. Everyone agrees immediately. We're building something real. January 5th. The business forms. I set up an LLC, Silver Ridge Retreat and Resort. Hired an accountant, a lawyer, filed paperwork. Zara is building a website that goes live in 3 days. January 6th. The magazine calls. This is Brenda Walsh from Pacific Northwest Living Magazine. We'd like to do a 6-page feature story. Woman builds chosen family resort after being kicked out of Christmas dinner. My mouth falls open. A magazine feature? It would run in our March issue. Circulation of 500,000. Yes, I'm interested. January 10th. The photo shoot professional crew arrives. They shoot everything. Interview me for 3 hours. What made you buy a ski resort? I spent 34 years trying to earn love from people who were never going to give it. So I took all that energy and built something for myself instead. And I found that when you build from love instead of obligation, people show up. February 15th. The article drops headline, The Woman Who Turned Family Rejection into a Mountain Empire. The photos are stunning. The story is heartwarming. Within 24 hours, 300 booking inquiries. Within 48 hours, fully booked through next Christmas. We're real now. March 15th, grand opening preview. We're hosting an official preview for local leaders, corporate clients, and press. The lodge has been upgraded. New furniture. Better equipment. A gift shop. Silver Ridge now employs 15 people from Pine Creek. 50 influential people wander the property, asking about corporate retreats, therapy groups, family reunions. I'm taking notes, shaking hands, smiling, and then I see them. In the parking area, getting out of a silver Lexus. My parents. Dylan. My blood goes cold. Zara sees them. Want me to have Tommy escort them out? No. Let them come. They walk up. My mother in her designer coat. My father in his expensive suit. Maya, my mother says, voice tight. We heard about your venture. We thought we should see it. Why are you here? My father, we wanted to see if the reports were exaggerated. It's not exaggerated. It's real. My mother scans the property. It's smaller than I expected. It's perfect for what it is. Dylan, look Maya, this is cool and all, but about that loan. No. You didn't even let me finish. I don't need to. The answer is no. It will always be no. My father steps forward. Maya, we're your family. You can't just cut us off. You kicked me out of Christmas dinner. You told me I wasn't welcome. We were upset. You were being difficult. I was setting a boundary. My mother, face red, you've always been so selfish. You gave me nothing. You gave Dylan money and attention. You gave Vanessa tolerance. You gave me expectations and criticism. A crowd is forming. Watching. You will regret this, my father says, threatening. You'll end up alone. I look at the people around me. Zara, Frank, Dorothy, Marcus, the Rodriguez sisters. I'm not alone. I'm surrounded by family. Just not you. My mother's composure cracks. You're going to fail. This resort, it's a fantasy. You're a computer programmer having a midlife crisis. I'm a software architect who turned trauma into triumph. And this fantasy is fully booked through December with a 400-person waiting list. We've been in 3 magazines. We have corporate clients. This fantasy will gross over $2 million this year. The numbers stop them. 2 million. Dylan says. Revenue. Yes. My father's expression changes. Recalculating. Seeing me as an asset. Maya, perhaps we were too harsh. We could help you with this business. No. You don't get to reject me, mock me, dismiss me, and then show up when I'm successful expecting a piece of it. This is mine. You're not welcome here. My mother draws herself up. You'll regret this. The only thing I regret is spending 34 years trying to earn love from people who were never capable of giving it. I turn to Tommy. Please escort them off the property. They leave. Silently. Angrily. The guests applaud. Zara hugs me. You did it. You actually fucking did it. By end of night, 4 corporate retreats booked. 6 family reunions. 2 weddings. $400,000 in contracts. March 20th. Vanessa's warning. Vanessa calls. Mom and Dad are telling everyone you stole money from them. They're trying to turn people against you. I laugh. Let them try. I have documentation for every dollar. They're also saying you're mentally unstable. They're trying to organize an intervention. An intervention for what? Success. March 25th. Legal threat. I receive a certified letter from my parents' attorney. Cease and desist. Demanding I stop defaming them. My lawyer laughs. This is the weakest legal threat I've ever seen. They have no case. They back down immediately after we respond. April 1st. Media explosion. The Pacific Northwest Living article drops. My phone explodes. News outlets want interviews. Podcasts want me. A literary agent wants me to write a book. April 15th. First Healing Weekend. We host our first Healing from Family Trauma weekend. 15 people with stories like mine. Dr. Priya leads workshops. By the end, people are crying, hugging, healing. This saved my life, one woman tells me. I thought I was alone. December 24th, 2025. 1 year anniversary. 1 year since I was kicked out. Silver Ridge is hosting its 2nd annual Christmas. 100 guests this time. We've expanded capacity. The lodge is more beautiful than ever. Kenji and Chris return, engaged now, want to marry here next summer. James and Robert bring 10 teenagers. Dr. Priya brings a whole therapy group. Vanessa arrives. Different now. Calmer. I'm 3 months sober, she tells me. I didn't know you had a drinking problem. I was self-medicating, trying to numb the feeling of never being enough. I hug her. I'm proud of you. 6 p.m. My speech last year. I stood here 7 days after being kicked out. I was angry, hurt. But here's what I learned. I didn't need to prove anything. I needed to build something. Out of love. I'm crying. This year has been incredible. We've hosted over 500 guests. We've helped people heal. We've proven that rejection isn't the end, it's the beginning. Thank you for choosing this place, for choosing each other, for choosing yourselves. The room erupts. 9 p.m. A stranger's story. A woman I don't recognize approaches on the deck. Mid-40s, crying. I'm Jessica. My family disowned me 6 months ago for coming out as gay. I spent Thanksgiving alone, wondering if I'd made a terrible mistake. Then I saw an article about this place, about chosen family, and I thought, maybe there's hope. She looks at me. This place is proof that life doesn't end when your family rejects you. Thank you. I hug her tight. You're going to be okay. Better than okay. You're going to be free. Midnight. Christmas countdown. 100 voices counting. Fireworks explode over the valley. I stand watching people celebrate. This is my Christmas miracle. Over the next months, my family tries everything. March 2026. They spread rumors I'm unstable. April. They try to file complaints with business bureaus. All fail. June. They attempt to contact my corporate clients. Backfires. Every attempt makes Silver Ridge stronger. Every attack gives us more press. August. Vanessa's transformation. Vanessa has been sober for a year and a half. We hike together. Do you ever miss them? She asks. Sometimes I miss who I wanted them to be, but not who they are. I used to think there was something wrong with me. Now I realize they didn't really love any of us. They loved what we represented. December 24th, 2026, third annual Christmas, 150 guests. We've added more cabins. A 16-year-old trans girl whose parents kicked her out finds family here. A 70-year-old man whose children abandoned him finds belonging. Every person who walks through these doors realizes, I'm not broken. My family was broken. That night, father's text, my phone buzzes. Unknown number. Maya, this is your father. We've been watching your success. We're very proud. We'd like to reconnect. Perhaps visit Silver Ridge. I read it 3 times, and I feel nothing. I type back, Dad, I appreciate you reaching out, but I've built a life that doesn't include people who only value me when I'm successful. We're done. Please don't contact me again. I hit send. Block the number. Forever. Zara finds me. You okay? My father wanted to reconnect now that I'm successful. What did you say? No. She hugs me. Good. February 2027, the book my book publishes, Chosen, How to Build a Family When Blood Isn't Enough. It debuts at number 3 on the New York Times bestseller list. I do a 50-city book tour. At every stop, people tell me their stories. And I tell them, your worth is not determined by whether your family chooses you. Your worth is inherent. June 2027, 3-year anniversary. Silver Ridge has expanded to 200 guest capacity. 35 full-time staff. Operating year-round with different seasonal programs. We're profitable, successful, sustainable, but more than that, meaningful. December 24th, 2027, 4th annual Christmas, 200 guests celebrating. A young woman named Emma approaches me. Ms. Chen, I'm Emma. 3 years ago, my family disowned me for being gay. I spent Christmas 2024 alone, seriously considering ending my life. Then I saw an article about Silver Ridge, about you, and I thought, maybe I can survive this. She's crying. I got therapy. I built Chosen Family. And this year, I'm here with 15 people I love. You saved my life. I hug her. You saved your own life. You chose to keep going. I just created the space. Midnight. The celebration, 200 voices counting down. Fireworks spectacular. I stand surrounded by love I built from scratch. This is my legacy. 3 a.m. Alone in the lodge, everyone's asleep. I'm by the dying fire. I let myself feel everything. The pain of 34 years of being invisible. The hurt of being kicked out. The fear of those first days. The joy of watching this place come alive. The pride of building something real. The love of finding my people. I'm crying, sobbing, but they're healing tears. I did it. I actually did it. I pull out my phone. Look at my blocked contacts. My mother's number. For a second, I consider unblocking her. Reaching out. Then I remember her face when she saw Silver Ridge. The calculation. The inability to be happy for me. I delete the contact completely. Some bridges aren't meant to be rebuilt. Some are meant to burn so you can build new ones. Dawn, Christmas morning, I stand on the deck. The valley is waking, birds singing, smoke from cabin chimneys. And I think, this is peace. This is home. This is enough. More than enough. It's everything. I make a promise to myself. I will never apologize for choosing myself. I will never feel guilty for building boundaries. I will never shrink to make people who rejected me comfortable. And I will spend the rest of my life creating space for others to do the same. I walk out onto the deck. The cold air bites, but I don't care. And I whisper to the valley, to the universe, to myself, I'm free. January 15th, 2028. The Today Show. I'm in New York City. In a television studio. About to be interviewed on national television. The interviewer asks, what would you say to someone watching who's struggling with family rejection? I look directly at the camera. I'd say, their rejection is not your failure. It's their loss. You can spend your life trying to earn love from people who aren't capable of giving it, or you can take all that energy and build something beautiful for yourself. Choose yourself. Always choose yourself. The segment goes viral. Millions of views. Thousands of messages. March 2028. Oprah calls a literary agent, reaches out about a second book. Oprah's production company wants to feature Silver Ridge. Our booking system crashes from traffic. June 2028. Kenji's wedding. Kenji and Chris get married at Silver Ridge. 75 guests. All chosen family. It's the most beautiful wedding I've ever seen. Not because of decorations, but because of genuine, unforced joy. September 2028. Vanessa moves to Pine Creek. She becomes Silver Ridge's social media manager. I want to help people find this place the way I found myself here. We're not sisters in the traditional sense anymore. We're friends. Equals. December 24th, 2028. 4th anniversary, 250 guests. We've added even more cabins. Silver Ridge is featured in every major publication. But the numbers don't matter. What matters is every person who walks through these doors and realizes, I can build a new family. That night, my announcement, I'm announcing the Silver Ridge Foundation. Starting next year, we'll offer full scholarships to people who can't afford to come but need this healing space. No one will be turned away because of money. The room erupts in applause. Midnight. Another year I'm on the deck. Phone buzzes. My father texting from yet another number. Maya, we've been watching your success. We're very proud. We'd like to reconnect. I type back, Dad, I've built a life that doesn't include people who only value me when I'm successful. We're done. Block. Delete. Forever. 1 a.m. By the fire, my inner circle remains. Dr. Priya, James, Robert, Sarah, Marcus, Frank, Dorothy, Vanessa, Zara. To 4 years, Frank says. To Maya, who taught us that family is a verb, not a noun, Dorothy adds. We clink glasses. This is the family photo my parents will never be in. 3 a.m. Writing a letter. I open my laptop. Start writing. Not for publication. For me. Dear past Maya, 4 years ago, you were standing on a porch, broken and alone, wondering if you'd ever matter. I'm writing to tell you, you do. You always did. The rejection wasn't about your worth. It was about their inability to see it. In a few hours, you're going to do something crazy. You're going to buy a ski resort. You're going to build a family from scratch. You're going to transform pain into purpose. And it's going to be hard. There will be moments you doubt. Moments you wonder if you made a mistake. Moments you're tempted to go back and try one more time. Don't. Keep going. Keep building. Keep choosing yourself. Because on the other side of that rejection is freedom. Is joy. Is family that actually sees you. On the other side is Silver Ridge. Is 200 people celebrating together. Is a movement that will save lives. On the other side is peace. You're going to make it. You're going to do more than survive. You're going to thrive. I'm proud of you. Keep going. Love. Future Maya. I save the document. Close my laptop. Look around the lodge one more time. At the Christmas tree still glowing. At the fire dying down. At the evidence of 250 people celebrating together. This is what rejection gave me. This is what freedom looks like. This is what happens when you choose yourself. I walk to my cabin. The snow crunches under my boots. The stars are impossibly bright. Inside, the wood stove is warm. The bed is soft. I lie down, close my eyes, and for the first time in my life, I feel it completely. I am home, not because of where I am, but because of who I've become. 5 years later, December 24th, 2029, 5 years since the door slammed. Silver Ridge Resort is now a household name, featured in every major publication. My book has sold over 2 million copies. The foundation has provided scholarships to 500 people. We've expanded to 3 locations, the original in Washington, a new property in Colorado, and a summer retreat in Maine. But tonight, I'm here. At the original lodge. Where it all began. 500 people are celebrating. The largest gathering yet. Some are returning for the 5th year. Some are here for the first time. All our chosen family. I stand by the fireplace, look at the faces, and I think about my parents, about Dylan, about the people who rejected me. I wonder if they know about Silver Ridge, about my success, about the movement. Probably. I wonder if they regret it. Maybe. But here's the truth. It doesn't matter anymore. Their rejection was the greatest gift they ever gave me. It forced me to build something beautiful. It taught me that family is a choice, not an obligation. It showed me that my worth was never dependent on their approval. At midnight, we count down together. 500 voices. 3, 2, 1. Merry Christmas. The fireworks are spectacular. The celebration is joyful. And I stand in the middle of it all, surrounded by love I built from scratch. This is my legacy. Not the family I was born into, but the family I created. The family I chose. The family that chose me back. Later, alone on the deck, I look at the stars. And I whisper to that version of me from 5 years ago, the one standing on the porch, broken and alone. We made it. We're free. We're home. The wind carries the words into the valley, into the future, into the infinite possibility of what happens when you choose yourself. Family isn't always blood. It's the people in your life who want you in theirs, the ones who accept you for who you are, the ones who would do anything to see you smile, and who love you no matter what. Maya Chen, founder of Silver Ridge Resort. Final message: thank you for reading this story. If this resonated with you, remember, you are not alone. Millions of people are building chosen families every day. You deserve to be celebrated, not tolerated. You deserve to be chosen. Your worth is not determined by whether your family chooses you. Your worth is inherent. Some key lessons from Maya's journey. 1. Boundaries are not cruel, they're necessary. Saying no to people who drain you creates space for people who energize you. 2. Your family's inability to see your value says everything about them and nothing about you. 3. The best revenge is building something so beautiful that everyone who rejected you realizes what they lost. 4. Family is a verb, not a noun. It's about who shows up, not who shares your DNA. 5. Rejection is redirection. Sometimes the worst thing that happens to you becomes the catalyst for the best thing you'll ever build. 6. You don't need permission to choose yourself. You don't need anyone's blessing to build the life you deserve. 7. Healing isn't linear. Some days you'll feel strong. Some days you'll doubt. Both are valid. Keep going. If you're currently experiencing family estrangement or rejection, you are not alone. Studies show that 27% of American adults are estranged from a family member. Your feelings are valid. Grief for the family you needed is real, even when you're the one who chose distance. Chosen family is real family. The people who show up consistently matter more than the people who share your genes. A therapy helps. Finding a therapist who understands family trauma can be life-changing. Your story can have a different ending. You get to write the next chapter. Resources for those dealing with family estrangement. A standalone, UK-based but offers international resources. r/estranged adult child, Reddit community. Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents by Lindsay C. Gibson, book. Set Boundaries, Find Peace by Nedra Glover Tawwab, book. Psychology Today's Therapist Finder, Filter for Family Conflict. A note about the story. This is a work of fiction inspired by thousands of real stories from people who've chosen themselves over toxic family dynamics. While Maya Chen and Silver Ridge Resort are fictional, the emotions, the struggles, and the triumph are very real. If you see yourself in this story, know that you deserve to be seen, to be valued, to be celebrated, to choose yourself, to build the family you deserve. What's next for you? If this story moved you, consider 1. Sharing it with someone who needs to hear it too. Reflecting on your own boundaries and whether they serve you. 3. Reaching out to your chosen family and telling them they matter. 4. Choosing yourself in one small way today. 5. Believing that your story can have a different ending to your turn. Where are you tuning in from? Have you experienced family estrangement? Have you built your own chosen family? Share your story in the comments below. Remember, the family you choose matters more than the family you were born into. You are enough. You always were. You always will be. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and share if this story touched your heart. Your story matters too. You matter too. Choose yourself. Always choose yourself. Written with love for everyone who's ever felt unseen, undervalued, or unwanted by the people who were supposed to love them unconditionally. This is for you. You are not alone. You are worthy. You are loved.